Hey guys, it's Calamity here. If you are a fan on my Facebook page, you'll notice that I recently posted a picture saying that I can post videos longer than 15 minutes. I recently did two review videos actually on my Mixdeck here, and I made them each about 10 minutes. So, because of the new video thing, I'm going to just redo it and upload it as one video. So, right here, I've got it kind of set up with a bit of a jerry-rigged laptop stand consisting of 3 textbooks and a phone book. Good place to put my money. And my laptop, of course, my speakers, and the other ones over there, and just the Mixdeck. So right now it's not on. Let's turn it on. Yay, sound. Sound's on. LED displays are on, and no sound's coming out. Why is this? Well, the mixer on the Numark right now is set to PC. So we'll pause them. Pause each deck. Let's talk about the mixer first off. It's a 3-channel mixer, technically. You've got on the left side here, you've got the same on the right. You have your highs, mids, bass, or sorry, that's gain, high, mid, bass. You have your selector for what kind of channel you want. You have either the deck itself, so over there, PC in the middle, and then auxiliary. Here is the volume control, and the same on the other side, so gain, high, mid, bass, control, volume. In the middle here you have volume as well. Well, this is for the iPod channel. You can take this plate out here, and there's an iPod slot right in there. So, in between our outputs, you can see there's an iPod control menu, back, forward, play. That pushes down just like the center button. And that is controlled by this volume fader here. The problem with this is that you can't really assign where it goes. So, I haven't fooled around with it too much. I don't like it. It doesn't have the same capabilities that the decks do or the PC does. So I don't use it. But what I think it does is it assigns it to the left and to the right channel, kind of. But I don't know, it's just weird. I don't mess with it. I usually keep it plugged up like that. Anyways, this knob and this fader here are for the Q, which is fancy words for headphones. So you turn up the headphone volume, and if you're using a different mode that I'm on, I have it on master right now. If you put it to channel 1 and 2, and you put this in the middle, you'll hear equal parts of channel 1 and 2. But if you move it all the way to channel 1, the outputs that you get to your headphones will only be from channel 1. If you put it all the way to channel 2, channel 2. And you can go like that. Master, you'll get whatever these put out, and iPod, you'll just be listening to your iPod. Down here, generic crossfader, and at the top, you have your 2 volume outputs. You have volume output for the booth speakers, if I had those, and master output, which is currently hooked up to my speakers. So that is the mixer portion. Now, we want to play music from the deck, right? You guys want to hear it. So, what we have to do is, because we're going to be using both the decks, we have to use channel 1 and channel 2. We have to turn channel 1 to deck, and channel 2 to deck. So there. Now we can hit the play button and music will come out. Yeah. So anyways, now we're going to move on to the deck. It looks nice and pretty with all its color, with all its letters and colors and buttons and the tape that I have here. So because of that tape, we'll go to this deck. It looks much nicer. Anyways, so you've got your basic things, right? You've got your platter, touch sensitive, or if that would play. Right? Q brings back to the start. Pause, play. Right? Simple. We have your pitch slider, right? If I had the pitch on. Right? Basic. So now on to the other crap that's on this thing. So why my pitch didn't work is because there's this here. You can change by how much your pitch is at, by either 6%, 12%, 25, or 100. So 6, 12, 25, 100, and none, which is the last option. That's that. That just affects the pitch slider here. Right below the pitch slider we have pitch bend. I'll give you an example of that. Pitch bend negative. As you can see, it kind of messes with the pitch. As long as you hold it down, it'll like move it up or down, depending. My roommate just came in. You have the search here, which if you're doing it like this, it'll allow you to search through the track. And of course I get a weird thing like that. Turn down the volume. Scratch. What everyone wants to do. First thing people do when they come into my room, they want this, right? Basic scratch. You have two knobs here that say start time and stop time. Start, stop. What this does is it adds a delay, kind of, to the start up and stop. So here we're going to set them both to 3. You can't see the LCD screen. That's 3 there, and that's 3. So now it should take 3 seconds to get up to full speed and 3 seconds to stop. Here we go. There. Start and stop. It just sounds pretty cool. It's a neat effect. Right below that is the eject button. It'll make the CD come out. Tap. I personally think tap's kind of useless. What it does is you tap it in time with the beat and it'll readjust the beat up here, or what it says. Then we've got this here. This is the bleep and reverse. What bleep does is, as long as you're holding it up, it'll play the track in reverse, and then as soon as you let it go, it'll go back to where it should be. So if you're at 10 seconds and you hold the bleep for 5 seconds, it will play from 10 to 5 in reverse, but when you let go, you'll be at 15. Make sense? Kinda? No. Reverse, on the other hand, you just flip that switch, you toggle it on, and it'll play the track in reverse. And when you stop, you'll start again from where you stopped. So if you hold, again, if we're at 10, and we go reverse, and we go to reverse for 5 seconds, and we go back like that, we'll be playing from 5 seconds onwards. Alright, so now let's take a look at effects. This is all effects right here, including this parameter knob. So, wet, dry, this is basically the volume of your effects. So you have dry, you're not going to have any. You have wet, it's going to be pretty full. You have your effect selector. We have pan, phaser, flanger, filter, echo, and chop. And then of course effects on, off, on, off. Now certain, actually all of them I believe, have different effects, so you just turn the parameter knob and it'll change what it sounds like. My point exactly, we're going to go to the phaser, right? Phaser on. There. My bad for not moving the slider. That's just a setup that I have. Now let's take a more in-depth look at the parameters. You can choose a source. We're going to get into that later. I don't know what prog does. Oh, track progression, and then time. Time just changes how it looks up there, so it'll show time remaining, time spent, and I think there's one more. We have USB input here. That's what goes to the auxiliary down here. So yeah, you have, I believe, 4 sources. Yeah, 4 sources for music. CDs, iPod, USB keys, and laptops. Alright, what else? We have our loop commands. So we have loop in, loop out, and reloop. If you don't know what a loop sounds like, too bad. And then there's, we have, depending on what mode it's on, we have 3 buttons here for loop 2, hot cue, and samples. There's a record button for the samples. I don't mess around with these buttons a lot. on the Mixdeck's actual functions, so I don't really know what they do. Track selector, so you can recall what track was last there. I don't know what mode does, don't know what back does. And this is just a knob you turn. That sound is, if you can hear it, is my Numark going through the CD. Right now we're on track 9. Turn the back one, we're on track 6 somehow. It's going really fast and skipping. So that's that. That's the Numark video. That's the Numark itself. That's just the mixer and the decks because they're the same. Now because I use Virtual DJ, and this thing is designed to work perfectly with Traktor, I had to make some modifications. So on the computer we have Virtual DJ running. We have Owlstorm and Luis, Crash, My Body, Your Body, and we have Shifter, Feet Fibra, Let It Go, Searle Remix that we want to play. Now, we want to start off with Crash, My Body, Your Body. So, say we just go to PC to select the sound, we hit play. Nothing. It's not playing up there either. Nothing's moving. How do we change this? So, what we have to do, put it back on deck just to fully show. You have to go to source. Oh, that actually reminds me, but whatever. You're not going to figure that out. You go to source, click source, and what it does is it brings up a different list of sources. Right now it's on CD MP3, and you can either choose USB master or USB Midi. USB master, I believe, will select the USB port, but we want USB Midi. What that does is it turns off the actual thing that's moving the CD. Now the LCD display properly displays Your Body, Crash, My Body, Your Body, right? We're going to do that with the other one. USB Midi. Okay. Now the functionality's changed quite a bit. Let's start off with the mixer again. What the mixer does now is it's totally retarded. Virtual DJ is not optimized to use with this. This is optimized to use with Traktor LE, which it came with. So the configuration was really weird. If you use it with Traktor LE, it'll work exactly like the Numark is supposed to. Everything will work fine. Tap, reverse, stop, start, anything. Everything will work fine. But what won't work fine is Virtual DJ. What I found is that the Virtual DJ output goes here. Now, the biggest issue that I have with this thing is that the mixer itself is not MIDI mapped. Get out of here, strap. There, that's better, I think. So this thing is not MIDI mapped, which means none of the controls will work. If I go like this and turn the bass off, bass won't go off up there. It'll go off for the speakers, but not on the computer. Like watch, I'm going to turn the bass off. See the bass at the bottom? Right around there. Bass is off. No change. So, that's really my biggest qualm with this thing. The mixer is not MIDI mapped. If it was, it would be absolutely amazing. It'd be like the best piece of equipment that you could get for, well, starting really. Like obviously, real mixer and real decks are going to be better. They're going to have more functionality, but what can you do? Anyways, now also for Virtual DJ, these things don't come pre-mapped. I have Virtual DJ 7.01, I believe, Pro, but it's the 7 that matters because it comes pre-made with a mapper for it. Well, at least it can have a mapper for it, which I have. What that does is it basically laid out most of the controls already done, but some of them I had to redo. Because the mixer isn't MIDI mapped, I was ending up using the decks for whatever the decks can do, and then using my mouse to change the mixer, and then my fingers in the frame, right? So it was kind of like, oh, I'm still computer DJing. I wanted something better. So what I had to do is I had to map out the keys. I've got a bunch of things custom mapped, and I will show you what they are. Everything else really functions the same. Some things don't, but well, I'll show you what they do. Eject, what it does is it inverts. It inverts the decks if it focuses on there. There we go. So watch. We've got Crash, My Body, Your Body, and I'm going to hit eject now. And apparently I'm running out of time. So as you can see now, it's the Searle remix. Back to Your Body. What it does is it basically just takes. So due to my stupidity, there's going to be a little chop there. what happened was my video card, it ran out of memory. There wasn't any more time. So as I was just saying, I guess, what this does, the eject button, is it inverts the deck. Anyways, now on to the other controls. So let's start down here. I've remapped the scratch button to act as the sync button on Virtual DJ. What that'll do is, depending on the way the track's marked, I'm not really going to do a video on Virtual DJ. If you want to know, just look it up. Depending on the way the beats are marked, it'll match them up as best it can. On to start time. Start time I have remapped to the bass EQ. So all the way to the left, 0% is 0% up there, so left deck, and 100% here, 100% up there, right deck. Right. Stop time I've remapped to be gain controls. Now that I actually have gain literally at my fingertips, I've made a lot more use of it. So it actually helps a lot in some situations where songs are not proper level to be able to play with each other. Tap still does nothing. That works fine. The wet dry is it's my crossfader. So all the way down is left deck, all the way up is right deck. So that's how that works. FX works the same, only it's the selector now. It doesn't go with the onboard FX. It manages the effects up there. So now we can go, instead of all that, we have backspin, beat grid, break, echo, filters, flanger, flip and double, key changer, overloop, and vocals plus. So everything that you get with Virtual DJ. Loops still work correctly, and the only real thing that I've remapped is these, is the 1, 2, 3. What 1, 2, 3 now does is it kills, so they're kill switches, for the high range, mid range, and low range respectively. So if I want to kill the bass, I touch this, and it's not lighting up like it should be, which is confusing me. So there. Also, what I've remapped are these, the track selectors. They are now vocals. So really that's it for the mix deck. You can still look forward to, I'm not sure what will get uploaded first. I just did a jam, so you can look forward to the jam. I've got a Minecraft video that I will be doing sometime soon. I haven't done it as of yet. And I do finally plan on getting electroshock done, at least volume 1. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep doing it. And I'm just working on kind of collecting tunes for another Entropy volume. And I'm not going to give out the name of that yet, because it's going to have a real name, which is going to be pretty funny. Anyways, enjoy this video, subscribe, you can go to my fan page, which will be down there on Facebook. I'm planning to do a special mix once I get 100 fans, so enjoy.